going on, y'all? Back at another day. Let's read the book of Matthew, chapter 4. 4 days THC free, 0 days alcohol free, but we gon' get it. I'm just saying, bro, so y'all know that even I struggle with this, and I'm trying, and we're all trying to do the right thing, please the Lord. But hey, just so y'all can see, that doesn't even happen overnight. Doesn't happen this, doesn't happen when. You just gotta wanna give it to him, right? And how I feel about it, like every time I'm like, when I get faded, bro, I don't even know why I be getting faded. I should have been on substances for so long, man. I've been getting high since I was like 15, smoking weed. From when they were called the little dime bags and they had that pack. And then man, I remember grabbing freaking gum wrappers, peeling out the foil because I couldn't even buy your papers. And I was just smoking out whatever, smoking out the little gum wrapper because it was a little wax paper, almost like rolling papers. You just lick it, boom. There was also the fact that when I used to I'll put some weed, like going to school with hide weed under a little pile of rocks or whatever outside the school. I'll carry Apple with me, and guess what? It's during lunchtime, boom, go get high. And then, man, I remember I was already getting older people to buy me alcohol. I was always had bottles on me. I was always drinking, smoking. I started popping edibles, doing dabs and all that crap, man. So for a very long time in my life, I've been high off substances. But for the first time, I'm trying to hit 365 days, everything free. Or maybe from here to my homie Chino wedding, to my boys gonna get married. Hey, just trying to be sober till then. Let's get it. Day 4 THC free, 0 days alcohol free. But we gonna get there. I mean, I ain't done shit like psychedelics and all that crap in like years, so I ain't even tripping. My two addictions were the weed, and then the next one, I like to drink. Whoops, I like to drink. So let's go. Matthew chapter 4. Oh, I'm on Timothy. Give me some patience, people. All right. Matthew chapter 4, the temptation of Jesus. Then Jesus was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. And after fasting 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. And the tempter came and said to him, "If you are the Son of God, command these stones to become loaves of bread." But he answered, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God." Then the devil took him to the holy city and set him on the pinnacle of the temple and said to him, "If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down, for it is written, he will command his angels concerning you, and on their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone." Jesus said to him, "Again, it is written, you shall not put the Lord your God to the test." Again, the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world in their glory. And he said to him, "All these I will give you, if you fall down and worship me." Then Jesus said to him, "Begone, Satan, for it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God, and him only you shall serve." Then the devil left them, and behold, angels came and were ministering to him. Jesus begins his ministry. Now, when he heard that John had been arrested, he withdrew into Galilee, and leaving Nazareth, let me touch back a little bit, right before. We're all in this world. Jesus already was here, and Satan offered him all the wonders of the world. But to all my young homies, older homies, everyone watching, pay attention to who are you listening to. If you're listening to rappers and any mainstream stuff and they diss the Lord, come on, homie, you're listening to the devil's music. When Satan came down, he was actually like he was music, right? The devil has the whole control of the world, so pay attention to all those songs. Look for the subliminal messages. You can literally play songs backwards and it mocks God. But all those little wavelengths that go in your head, they're the ones keeping you distracted. Because what you take in and what you listen to is you're feeding the spirit and the soul. That's why when you listen to worship music and all that stuff, sometimes you feel a little bit better, right? But sometimes, you know, like let's just put it to the test. You know, I might sound I might sound whack, but reggaeton, man. I was listening to Bad Bunny, Raul Alejandro, all that stuff, but guess what? They are promoting lust and all that crap, man. So why do you think you can't find a girl? Why do you think you can't find a man? Because you're too busy banging all that stuff, but instead you ain't even banging no Jesus music, no worshiping, no nothing. Because in the Bible it says men and women shall be married till death do them part, blah 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 blah. There's a bunch of different things in there that says about marriage, but all I'm saying is maybe I got that one wrong. Scratch that. There's a lot of things that say about marriage in here, man. But we're all looking for love at some point. Maybe it's not now, maybe it's not then. But what if you die today? Where are you going? You know how long eternity is? Man, you can only serve God on Sundays. You might not even serve God. Put it to this way. Go, turn on the stove, maximum heat, let it heat up for like 10 minutes, homie. But put your hand on there, see how long you keep your hand on there. Probably like 3 seconds, huh? Well, guess what? When your spirit is in eternal damnation in hell, it ain't gonna stop. You ain't gonna be 1 second closer to God. You ain't gonna be one day. It's not like a prison sentence where you're like, my bad, I was looking at that screen. I should be looking right here. It's not like a prison sentence where one day you're gonna be free. Nah. Every day we wake up is for us to repent and get right with the Lord. Now, I'm not saying we're perfect. We fall short. That's why I'm telling y'all, like, hey, man, I cussed today. Man, that's just some wise. Man, I feel short already for a minute, right? Or when I be scrolling Instagram and I know some big booty pop up, golly, bro, lustful thoughts, get that away from you, rebuke, homie. But that's what I'm saying. So pay attention to who you're listening to, what you're watching, what you're taking in out there, because all that stuff is real. Because everything you take in is feeding the spirit, man. You know, and we all got one. So Jesus begins his ministry. Now, when he heard that John had been arrested, he withdrew into Galilee, and leaving Nazareth, he went and lived in Capernaum by the sea, in the territory of Zebulun and Naphtali, so that what was spoken by the prophet Isaiah might be fulfilled. This is what he said, prophet Isaiah. The land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, the way of the sea beyond the Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles. The people dwelling in darkness have seen a great light, and for those dwelling in the region and shadow of death, on them a light was born. On them a light was dawned. From that time, Jesus began to preach and saying, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Jesus calls the first disciples. While walking by the Sea of Galilee, he saw two brothers, Simon, who was called Peter, and Andrew, his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. And he said to them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. Make fishers of men. Immediately they left their nets and followed him. And going on from there, he saw two other brothers, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, in the boat with Zebedee, their father, mending their nets, and he called them. Immediately they left the boat and their follower and followed him. Oh, these are little disciples, man. Like, God just called them, like, Jesus just said, follow me. And guess what? They stopped everything they was doing. And then they, just by faith, man, by faith. Right, but watch The Chosen, though. Watch The Chosen. The Chosen will get you really familiar with the book of Matthew. You know, it's a good introduction. You know, read this and go watch a chapter of The Chosen.